WAEC INFOBOX is brought to you by the West African Examinations Council in partnership with Ovueta and supported by BIC and ULESSEN.
WAEC INFOBOX.
Hello. A woman with an education is an asset to a nation. A sound advantage, I should think. Don't accuse me of being gender biased today. That's a statement by Anne Bishop, an American fantasy writer most known for the Black Jewel series. Welcome to another episode of WAEC INFOBOX, the most authoritative television program on education and examinations in Nigeria and West Africa in general. I am Rhoda Morakinyo. Proper teaching is recognized with ease. You can know it without fail because it awakens something within you. That sensation which tells you this is something you've always known.
Hey, I miss you.
It's not working.
What?
It's just not working.
Excuse me? You told me you love me and now it's not working?
The pen.
Who the heck is Jen?
There's just nothing. What's the problem?
Jen, huh?
Who?
For next time, Big Crystal Original. Get a pen you can rely on.
Are you looking for a world-class aptitude testing service in Nigeria? Here we are. The West African Examinations Council delivers reliable and standardized computer and paper-based aptitude testing service for recruitment, promotion, entrance, guidance and scholarship needs. Our services are a breath of fresh air in a highly competitive business environment. For inquiries, please call 080-2310-3924, 080-3414-9549, or send an email to aptitudetestdepartment@waec.org.ng. The integrity of our aptitude test services is unbeatable.
Do you want to work in the film and TV industry? Are you passionate about acting, screenwriting, and more? Then register at the NIJ Film and TV Academy. The academy, set up by the Nigerian Institute of Journalism, will commence with 7 courses: screen acting, screenwriting, cinematography, film directing, film editing, film sound production, and television production. At the NIJ Film and TV Academy, you will receive hands-on training by industry experts and internship opportunities. Register now at nijfilmandtv.com or call 080-2325-2756 or 080-6591-1247. NIJ Film and TV Academy, making effective impact for creativity.
This week on the news, federal government not responsible for education sector woes, says Osinbajo. The presidency recently exonerated the federal government from most of the problems associated with the education sector in Nigeria, which it said was the responsibility of the state government. The presidency said that the responsibility of the federal government was to provide support for the states. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo made a clarification in Abuja recently while declaring open a 2-day national dialogue on girls with the theme National Dialogue on Girls Towards a Girl-Friendly Nigeria. Osinbajo identified social and cultural prejudices as some of the critical problems militating against the girl child in Nigeria, stressing that despite the efforts by the federal government to curtail the menace, states and local governments also have roles to play. The vice president further said, "We run the federal system and questions of education Medical care and essential state matters. Primary education is a state and local government matter. The federal government has only about 100 schools of the hundreds of thousands of schools. Sometimes, when we talk about out-of-school children and problems associated with education, we tend to focus on the federal government, whereas the federal government does not run primary school. That is not the business of the federal government. It is the business of state and local government. In quote, Delta State teacher Taye Abanika emerges 2021 Multina Teacher of the Year. A technical drawing teacher with James Oak College, Agbo, Delta State, Taye Abanika, has emerged winner of the 2021 Multina Teacher of the Year. With his emergence as winner of the 7th edition of the initiative, Abanika will receive a total cash prize of 6.5 million naira, 1.5 million immediately, and 1 million naira yearly for the next 5 years from Nigerian Breweries Felix Oyiwere Trust Fund. Apart from the cash gift, it would also be rewarded with other incentives, including an all-expense-paid capacity development training abroad, a fully equipped computer laboratory for a 6-classroom block worth 20 million naira to be built for a school in his honor. Speaking at the event, Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo, who was represented by the Minister for State for Education, Chukwuemeka Nwajuba, lauded the company's unwavering commitment to recognizing and rewarding teachers through the initiative. He noted that their immense support has contributed greatly in motivating teachers, not only in expanding beyond borders, as witnessed in the representation of Nigeria at the global stage, but also in reaching their full potentials. And that's the news on WAEC INFOBOX.
My name is Oyelade Adebanjo Iyade, the Director of Finance of the West African Examinations Council. I urge everybody to continue to watch InfoBox because InfoBox is informative, it is educative, it clears all gray area as far as WAEC is concerned. And so I urge everybody to continue to watch InfoBox.
West African secondary school certificate examination.
West African school certificates.
West African school certificate examination.
West African senior secondary certification examination.
Oh, okay. West African senior students.
I think you learn more when you're laughing at the same time.
WAEC generally has a vision to be the best examining body all over the world, to conduct credible examinations, and to issue globally recognized certificates. That is the main vision and mandate of WAEC, and I intend to continue on that stage. But breaking it down to a personal level, I would say I have come to add spice to the quality that is called WAEC. Every leader has a vision. I personally have a vision for this great organization. My vision is to see, first and foremost, to the smooth and successful conduct of examinations, devoid of examination malpractice, devoid of any form of leakage. When you hold a WAEC product, you're very proud that you earned it. That is the WAEC I want to leave behind.
The General Administration Division of WAEC Nigeria is a division which facilitates the activities, whether in terms of logistics or in other areas. The General Administration Division facilitates the activities of all the other divisions in WAEC.
City coordinates all activities relating to gathering data for processing, for the exam release, and also for the printing of certificates. And of course, We do all the pre-exam printing, all that is needed to be made available for exams, for these candidates to write their exams with all the necessary materials like the attendance and mark sheets, the objective sheets, and of course, by the time we are recording this course, we have all that we have pre-printed to actually gather the data for us to bring to the office to process.
The relevance is that we in Works Division, we handle the construction of all the building projects. Take for instance, we have our offices in 34 states, branch offices, 34 states of the Federation. So all these offices, we are involved in the construction. You can see a prototype of the Yenegua office there, right there. So that is what we do in this division. Not only that, we all equally handle if there's any maintenance services to be carried out in all those facilities, we handle it.
It's always nice when we can tell people exactly what we do in the West African Examinations Council. Now, aptitude test department, there we actually test for clients. It's not like we call them candidates the way we do for our school exams. The reason we call them clients is because we don't deal with the candidates directly. We deal with organizations, and they are all so different, oil companies, some educational organizations. But what we do mostly is we test for promotion, we test for scholarship when they want to give out scholarship, we test for placement, and we test for guidance. So it is very different from our school exams, for example, or the private candidate exams, where we are testing candidates so that they will eventually get certificates. That is the end product of our testing in school exams and in private candidate exams.
The role of test development is development of tests. And like in your intro, you rightly said that test development is actually the engine house of the exams council. Yes, because if the tests developed are not valid, if they are not of high standards, then WAEC has no business conducting examinations. So just in answering your question, the role of test development is to ensure that proper tests are developed and administered for WAEC to continue to achieve its mission and vision in the entire educational sector.
I'm proud to say that the Test Administration Division of the Council is the most visible of all the divisions. Visible in the sense that it is the division that I can call the face of the Council. The division has offices, 12 zonal offices, under which you have 23 branch offices. Through these offices, our stakeholders interact with us. We engage our exam functionaries, and so if you have any request or anything to do with the council, it is through the Test Administration Division that you will be attended to.
WAEC INFOBOX.
Before lesson, learning was extremely difficult for me.
Studying was okay, but it was hectic.
After I started using the lesson app, things started getting better for me, and I started studying more than I used to.
Biology has become a piece of cake, because with any time in an exam hall where I'm forgetting something, any subject of biology, I'll just remember the picture a tutor used to describe a particular thing, and I'll quickly remember.
When we got this U-Lesson app and she started to study, beyond our imagination and thoughts, she cleared her papers in SS2. I must tell you, it made me proud. I'm very happy. I'm very happy.
Download on the Google Play Store and Apple App Store.
Wow, with BIC, you'll find all the essentials for a successful school year. Colorings, pencils, and of course, your favorite BIC crystal and 4 color pens. Write your future with BIC.
Do you want to work in the film and TV industry? Are you passionate about acting, screenwriting, and more? Then register at the NIJ Film and TV Academy. The academy, set up by the Nigerian Institute of Journalism, will commence with 7 courses: screen acting, screenwriting, cinematography, film directing, film editing, film sound production, and television production. At the NIJ Film and TV Academy, you will receive hands-on training by industry experts and internship opportunities. Register now at nijfilmandtv.com or call 080-2325-2756 or 080-6591-1247. NIJ Film and TV Academy, making effective impact for creativity.
WAEC INFOBOX. On today's episode of WAEC INFOBOX, we present to you our academic champion, a brilliant and intellectually sound young mind, the 15-year-old Nigerian mathematics genius, Faith Odunsi, who beat other participants from across the world to the title of the Global Open Mathematics Competition, a move that made her a part of history. Enjoy.
I won the Global Open Mathematics Tournament 2020-2021. So in my school, we have competition class where they pick out people to write various competitions and things like that. So our teachers informed us that there was a competition, Global Open Mathematics Tournament. So we wrote a series of screening tests, and they eventually picked out people to represent the school. There were plenty of people from my school that wrote the competition. It was virtual because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So the first stage was virtual. It was a question where you pick from the options. So in that first stage, I got 66%. In the second stage, so I also got 66%. Then the quarterfinals, that was held on Microsoft Teams. Quarterfinals to the finals was held on Microsoft Teams. In that stage, you have to type in, as soon as the question comes, you have to type in your correct answer in the chat box. So the first correct answer is the person that gets the points for that.
During the 2018 Calbepedia, she set a record of answering 19 questions in 1 minute, which was a record that still stands till today. She has been the mathematics queen for Nigeria, awarded by the National Mathematics Center for the past 3 years, 2018 up until date. The last award was done in January in Abuja, where she was crowned the Mathematics Queen of Nigeria. She has represented Nigeria at the Pan-African Mathematics Olympics in South Africa. She was initially supposed to represent Nigeria in 2018 in Kenya, but Nigeria couldn't make it. She was there in 2019 in South Africa to represent Nigeria, where she won a silver medal. She was also supposed to represent Nigeria again in the Pan-African Mathematics Olympic in Tunisia in 2020, but could not go because of the COVID outbreak. She has also attended other competitions, American Mathematics Olympics, Kangaroo, San Francisco, and some other competitions that she has done very well.
When we were preparing for the competition, we prepared in school. And then I was watching her prepare. I saw that she was very studious and hardworking. I encouraged her. I still told her to continue.
In the quarterfinals, I was up against somebody from Ghana, but he was not available that day. So I went against Ajuja Panda from, I think, Indonesia, where we had a tie of 10 points. Then we had to do a tiebreaker. So at the tiebreaker, the tiebreaker is first correct answer qualifies to the next stage. So I was actually scared because it was like a crucial point. So after getting my answer, I had to cross-check twice before I sent it. And I was still scared because the first correct answer, so what if she sent it first? So I had to be fast about that. and I got the question. Then at the final, I was up against Nicholas Lee from, I think, Philippines, where he got 10 points and I got 40 points. Okay, it was quite, like the exercise was quite helpful actually. But at some points when my mates are playing, at some points it will actually be quite so frustrating, but you just have to put your mind on the end goal. Then also, well, good things don't come by just merely sitting around. You should also practice and work hard, work very hard, burn the midnight candle, anything you want to do. Make sure that you're not just lazing around if you really want to have a good end goal.
We as parents must inculcate this value in our children that this is an evil and our children should not be part of it. When we let our children realize it, that cheating is bad.
Cheating, I don't actually encourage cheating because cheating just shows you don't know what you're doing. And that if you prepare extensively, you will read very well, you know what you're doing, there's no need to cheat. If you use most of your day to watch TV and eventually at the end of the day, maybe you didn't read or you didn't benefit anything from that day, I don't feel it's profitable. So I feel that you should moderate your not only TV, like other activities, you should moderate your time, dedicate some time to do productive work, and eventually you come out good.
WAEC INFOBOX. It's 8 a.m. on a cold morning in the suburbs of Helsinki, and these primary school children are getting ready for class. This morning's lesson, ancient history.
Well, they are reading with pairs some text about Egyptian ancient life. They are reading, and then I'm going to ask something, what did they find out from the book? I think we all are ready now.
This is a school system that for years has been among the world's best.
And then what about this gold one? Yeah, Minttu, please.
Ja miehetkin molemmat on käyttänyt meikkiä.
And yet these kids will spend half as much time in a classroom as Australian children.
When you go to the first grade, when you are 7 years old, the amount of hours is 20 hours a week. It's the minimum. And then it gets more hours the older you get, but it's still less than in many countries in Europe or in the world.
In Finland, it's individual teachers who decide how the curriculum is taught, including how much technology should feature in their classrooms.
Me tehdään sellaista pyramidiprojektia, missä nyt me kirjoitetaan hieroglyfeillä meidän nimet paperille ja sitten me tehdään classroomista tehtäviä.
11-year-old Minttu Latumaki asks to leave class to work at the school's own student-run cafe.
You can go. Yeah, that's okay. Shut your books.
Hello. Hello. One cake for the cameraman, one cake for me, and 2 coffees. How much is it?
€2 and 60 cents.
How much change?
€2 and 40 cents.
Ketos. Perfect. Is there a tip jar? Do you have tips?
No.
No tips. Okay. In Finland, school lunches, like books and excursions, are free. The kids select what they want, sit down with their friends and teachers to eat before they clean up after themselves. The children rug up again to play outside. Some play a raucous version of soccer, some play basketball, while others wait for the hockey rink to open. There are plenty of options for bad weather days too.
The facilities in this school are just amazing. Outside we saw an ice skating rink, and in here where the kids can play at lunchtime, there's a ping pong table, a pool table, and in here for the cold winter days they've got a room full of beanbags and couches, and there's even a PlayStation in the corner. It seems like it's such a rich school, you must get more money than other schools.
No, we don't. It saves money for everyone, actually. They take and borrow books.
In Finland, schools are not allowed to raise private funds or to charge fees from parents. all schools are equitably funded from taxation.
And in our system, everything is free for the students, actually. We don't collect any money from the parents.
We want our schools to be equal and have the equal opportunities to arrange the education. So therefore also the finance system need to be equal and treat equally all the schools.
Ja sitten tuossa tulee 16.
Mintu Latomaki's older brother Levi is in Year 7, and this afternoon he's got maths.
We have like the last chapter before we have the next exam.
There are regular exams in Finland, but the results of these tests are not published and shared.
We have national tests, but the big difference is we don't compare schools that this is not good school, this is bad school. We just use the information that we evaluate ourselves.
But perhaps the single biggest difference in Finnish education is the standard of teaching. Levi's maths teacher, Una Arnes, speaks 5 languages and has postgraduate qualifications.
So every one of us, we have to have a master's degree to be teachers. So like, for example, me, I'm math and chemistry and physics teacher.
In Finland, a career as a teacher is highly sought after.
To enter the studies in university, actually, it's really hard. They take something like 10% to study teaching. If you really want to be a teacher, it can't be your second or third or I don't know what kind of option. It has to be your first.
I believe that they know what is the best for our children. I'm not a teacher, I don't have that education, so we don't interfere their work.
In Finland, there's little anxiety about finding the right school for your child.
We trust that they have very good school, so we don't need to do any research work or...
I think that is not a question in Finland.
Finland is a vastly different country with a tiny, homogenous society. But its education success must surely offer some lessons.
I would like to say that try to build the system that you trust the people.
And its investment in teachers seems an obvious place to begin.
The society respects the teachers. It means also the parents respect the teachers and they don't question the teachers. And that's in Finland a really huge thing.
Wow! With BIC, you'll find all the essentials for a successful school year. Colorings, pencils, and of course, your favorite BIC crystal and 4 color pens. Write your future with BIC.
Another episode of WAEC INFOBOX has come to a good end. I hope you've enjoyed it and learned as much as I did. Aristotle, the great Greek philosopher of blessed memory, whose views profoundly shaped the medieval scholars, said, "For the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them. So, seek to be educated, get educated." I am Ruda Murakinyo. Goodbye.
WAEC INFOBOX was brought to you by the West African Examinations Council in partnership with Ovueta and supported by BIC and ULESSON. That's it for today on WAEC INFOBOX. We hope to see you back here, same station, same time.